before revealing the very psalm that King David himself wrote, a psalm so powerful it is known to open impossible doors and tear down insurmountable barriers. I need your full attention. What I am about to share is not ordinary. It is a hidden spiritual key, a secret many overlook, but one that can completely transform your reality. Now do something with me. Think of an area in your life that feels blocked. It could be a financial problem, a broken relationship, a seemingly unreachable career opportunity, or even an emotional struggle. Do you have that situation in mind? Great, because what you're about to hear will work precisely in that area. And when you understand the secret behind this psalm, not only will you see doors opening, but you will also learn how to command these doors to open before you. Let's begin. Many people live trapped in cycles of difficulty. They fight, try, pray, do everything they can, but it seems like there's always something invisible blocking the way. Have you ever felt that no matter what you do, certain doors just won't open? That opportunities meant for you are constantly diverted? That despite all your efforts, there is a resistance preventing your progress? This feeling is not a coincidence. There are spiritual and vibrational doors that determine what comes in and out of your life. And when these doors are closed, no matter how hard you try, it will always feel as if you are hitting an invisible wall. Now listen carefully. King David understood this deeply. He knew that some barriers were not physical, but spiritual. That doors can be locked not only by external circumstances, but by forces operating in the unseen realm. And this is exactly what many fail to realize. There are spiritual gateways that must be unlocked for your blessing, your answer, your breakthrough to reach you. Maybe you've felt this in your financial life, always struggling to get out of debt, but something seems to pull you back. Or perhaps it's in your health. No matter how hard you try to improve, an unexpected obstacle arises. It could be in your emotional realm, a weight of anxiety and insecurity that seems to keep you from moving forward. Now comes the most important part. Just as there are closed doors, there is also a command to open them. And David left us that command in Psalm 24. He declared with authority, "Lift up your heads, O gates, be lifted up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in." Psalm 24:7. This was not just a beautiful poem, it was a spiritual decree. David spoke directly to the doors, ordering them to rise. And if it worked for him, it can work for you. Now that you understand the problem and that the barriers you face are not only physical, but spiritual, it's time to learn how to use this key to clear your path. Few people realize that the reality around you isn't fixed. It can be molded, reconfigured, and transformed by the way you interact with the spiritual world. One man who dedicated his life to proving this scientifically was Jacobo Grinberg. Grinberg was a neuroscientist who deeply studied the relationship between the mind, consciousness, and reality. His research showed that what we experience in the physical world is not merely the result of external circumstances, but of hidden patterns operating in the field of human perception. He discovered that the mind does not just interpret reality, it creates reality. And that means that what you believe, declare, and feel can literally change your experience in the physical world. Now, connect this to Psalm 24. When David said, "Lift up your heads, O gates," he wasn't merely reciting words. He was activating a spiritual command, a vibrational code that made invisible forces respond to his voice. And this is not superstition. Grinberg's science confirms that your words and beliefs directly affect your reality. If you learn how to use this key the right way, you will see the doors that were once locked open right before you. Now, let's dive deeper into this knowledge. Since ancient times, doors and gateways have held profound significance in spirituality. In the Bible, doors are not just physical structures, but spiritual symbols of transition, access, and authority. They represent barriers that either hinder or allow something new to enter a person's life. When the Bible speaks of open doors, it is usually referring to opportunities granted by God. In Revelation 3:8 it says, "Behold, I have set before you an open door, which no one is able to shut." This means that there are divine doors that once opened, no opposing force can close. On the other hand, there are also closed doors, symbolizing resistance, obstacles, and forces that try to prevent a person's progress. These doors may be blocking financial blessings, restored relationships, professional growth, or even inner peace. When these doors are closed, life can seem stagnant, as if nothing works. So, what makes Psalm 24 so powerful? David not only identified the existence of these doors, but he also knew how to command them to open. When he declared, "Lift up your heads, O gates," he was speaking to spiritual and vibrational doors, unseen barriers that need to yield so that God's kingdom may manifest. This means that just as there are physical doors blocking our way, there are also spiritual doors that resist our progress. Sometimes these doors are formed by limiting beliefs, external influences, negative energies, or even a lack of understanding of the power we have to command them to open. In modern life, we can see these doors in various areas. Financial life, cycles of scarcity that seem never-ending. Relationships, difficulties in restoring bonds or building healthy connections. Health, repetitive patterns of illness that defy healing. Emotional life, feelings of paralysis, fear, and insecurity that hold you back. But here is the powerful truth. Spiritual doors respond to the voice of authority. They do not open by chance or by mere desire. They open by direct command, just as David did in Psalm 24. Now that you understand the meaning of doors and their importance in spiritual life, let's explore the power of words and declarations and how they can transform your reality. If there's one thing the Bible makes clear, it's that words have power. From the beginning, we see that God created the world with words. "Let there be light," and there was light. This reveals a powerful spiritual principle. Reality responds to what is spoken with authority. Now consider this. If God, the Creator, shapes reality through His Word and we were made in His image, then our words also have the capacity to create, transform, and tear down barriers. David understood this profoundly. In Psalm 24, he did not make a timid request or uncertain plea. He declared with authority, "Lift up your heads, O gates, be lifted up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in." David did not ask if the doors could open. He commanded them to, because he knew that words filled with faith and conviction have a direct impact on the spiritual realm. But this is not merely a religious belief. The science has already confirmed this principle. Neuroscientist Jacobo Grinberg studied how the mind and consciousness shape reality. He discovered that our perception of the world is not fixed, but rather a construction influenced by what we repeatedly think and say. That means that when you declare something with faith and certainty, you are not just expressing a wish, you are reconfiguring your mind to accept this new reality and making space for the spiritual world to respond. Now, consider the difference between these two ways of speaking about your life. "My financial life is a mess. I never have enough money. The doors of provision are open for me. The King of glory enters my financial life." In the first case, you reinforce a blockage. In the second, you are activating a spiritual principle and commanding reality to change. Here is a secret many ignore. It's not enough to simply pray and wait. It is essential to declare. When David spoke to the gate, he did not wait for something to change on its own. He decreed the opening of the doors, and you can do the same. Just as Jacobo Grinberg proved that consciousness alters reality, the Bible has long taught this truth. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. Now that you understand the impact of words, it's time to learn how to practically activate this psalm to open doors in your life. David did not merely declare this psalm, he used a specific method that activated the power behind these words, and you can follow the same steps to clear your path and unlock the blocked areas of your life. Step 1. Identify what is blocked. Before commanding a door to open, you need to know which door is closed. Ask yourself, in which area of my life do I feel constant resistance? Which situation seems to stagnate no matter how hard I try? What kind of blessing or opportunity always appears just out of reach? Be clear about which door you want to open. It might be a financial opportunity, a reconciliation, a divine answer, or even a new path you cannot yet see. Step 2. Declare Psalm 24 with authority. Now that you have identified the blockage, it's time to use the command that David taught us. Find a quiet place, take a deep breath and say aloud, "Lift up your heads, O gates, be lifted up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in." Psalm 24:7. But here's the key. Do not recite it mechanically. Speak as someone with authority. Feel the energy in these words. Imagine the doors opening in the spiritual realm as you declare them. Step 3. Personalize the declaration to your situation. David was speaking to real spiritual doors, and you can do the same. After declaring Psalm 24, speak directly to the area in your life that is blocked. For example, if your struggle is financial, declare, "Lift up, O doors of provision, so that the abundance of God may enter my financial life." If it's a broken relationship, say, "Lift up, O doors of reconciliation, so that divine restoration may come in." If it's an emotional or spiritual blockage, affirm, "Lift up, O doors of fear and doubt, so that peace and trust in the Lord may enter." Step 4. Visualize and give thanks as if you have already received. Faith does not wait to see in order to believe. It sees even before the manifestation. After declaring the psalm, close your eyes and visualize the door opening. See the situation resolved, feel the gratitude, experience the peace of someone who has already received. Then, give thanks. "Lord, I praise you because I know this door has already opened in the spiritual realm. Thank you, for my victory has been decreed." Now that you know how to activate this word, there is one last crucial element. The faith and emotion you put into your declaration are essential to manifesting change more quickly. The Bible teaches us that without faith, it is impossible to please God. Hebrews 11:6. This means that words alone are not enough. It is necessary to truly believe in what you are declaring. If you repeat Psalm 24 without conviction, without feeling the truth behind it, your mind will not grasp the message, and the spiritual realm will not respond with full force. Faith is not just about speaking, it is about feeling, believing, and living as if the door is already open. Now, here is something powerful. Emotion amplifies the manifestation of your faith. Science has proven that the brain does not differentiate a real experience from one that is vividly imagined and felt. Neuroscientist Jacobo Grinberg showed that our emotions are vibrations that shape what we live. This means that when you declare, "Lift up, O doors," if you feel joy, gratitude, and certainty as you speak, the impact will be much greater than if you merely recite the words mechanically. How to use emotion to reinforce your declaration. Before declaring the psalm, close your eyes and imagine the door opening. If it is a financial door, see yourself receiving unexpected resources. If it is an emotional problem, feel the lightness of healing. If it is a new path, visualize yourself confidently walking through it. Activate gratitude as if you have already received. Do not wait for the miracle to thank. Thank beforehand. This shows that your faith already sees the blessing as reality. Speak with conviction and firm posture. You are not asking if the door can open. You are commanding it to rise. Throughout the day, maintain the vibration of faith. If doubts arise, remember, the moment you declared, the change began in the spiritual realm. Now that you understand the role of faith and emotion, There is only one thing left, putting it all into practice. If you are ready to open the doors in your life, start now by declaring publicly, "Every locked door in my life will be lifted. The King of Glory enters and changes my story." And remember, the more you declare this truth with faith, the faster you will see the results. Your door has already begun to open. Now that you understand the power of Psalm 24, do not let this revelation pass as just another piece of information. Put it into practice. For the next 7 days, I challenge you to declare these words over your life every night before sleeping and every morning upon waking. Lift up your heads, O gates, be lifted up, O ancient doors, that the King of Glory may come in. But don't just say it, feel it, believe it, see the door open before you. And here is the next step. Do not keep this to yourself. If these words have spoken to your heart, share this message with someone who needs a breakthrough in life. Be the instrument that helps another person open the doors that are locked. Now, write in the comments, "Every locked door in my life will be lifted. The King of Glory enters and changes my story." Declare this publicly and see how your faith begins to transform your reality. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more messages that will strengthen your spiritual journey. Your door has already begun to open. Now is the time to walk through it.